Hello everyone. This video is an update to my last video talking about the issues I had, paying for my Starlink monthly subscription. So what I've noticed now is that you know, the option to log into your Starlink portal and pay your monthly subscription manually. I've noticed that that option is gone. It just doesn't work again for most Nigerian users. Formerly when Starlink would just send me an invoice telling me that my payment is due, I used to log into my Starlink portal and pay the invoice manually immediately. But I now notice that that option just doesn't work any longer, and the only option now is to make sure you keep uh, a good card, a good virtual card, or a good dollar card that has enough money in it to cover your monthly subscription. All you need to do now is just keep it in your profile, and when Starlink tries an automatic payment capture, they would remove the money from your balance. That's the only way that works currently. I also noticed that my friend that was trying to use this prepaid card by Payday, his own prepaid card by Payday, despite having enough funds in it, s- didn't work with Starlink. Starlink tried to capture his payment many times, and Starlink tried to capture his payment, I think about 2 or 3 times, and it failed. So they disabled his service. So you make sure that the card you have in your profile is a card that is reliable and that will work with Starlink. For instance, now I have used the last in my last subscription I used Clasher's prepaid card, their pink card, and it worked perfectly. So some people would say even the cards of their domiciliary account didn't work with Starlink. So you need to make sure you use the appropriate card that can work with Starlink. So for now, it seems as if Starlink is not monitoring Nigerian their Nigerian portal very well, because a lot of Nigerians are having different kind of complaints, especially regarding paying subscriptions. Then another thing I've discovered about Starlink is that Starlink is very different from the kind of subscription model we have here in Nigeria. Here in Nigeria, if you if you are subscribed to an ISP and you don't pay your subscription, your internet connection will be disabled. Then whenever you are ready, let's say you are ready in 2 months' time, you can just go pay your subscription and you are starting afresh moving forward. It is not so with Starlink's standard residential subscription. It is not so. If you are in that same circumstances with Starlink, you'll be required to pay the 2 months that you are not, subscribed, that you didn't pay, in order to get your subscription activated. So Starlink's model, they expect no gaps in your subscription payments. You must pay for every single month that you are subscribed to them. If you don't want that, you need to go and cancel the service. As long as you are subscribed to them, they expect payments from you. So if you are subscribed to them and you don't pay for 6 months, and suddenly you want to come and activate again, you need to pay for all those outstanding 6 months in order for you to move forward with them. So it's not the typical kind of payment arrangements we have, here in Nigeria. So apart from that, Starlink is fine. The speeds are still fine. The only problem with Starlink is when you have heavy downpours. During heavy downpours, where in terms of when you have a very cloudy, not all downpours give Starlink issues. There are just some regular downpours you have where it's not too cloudy and all that. Your internet will still work then. But the downpours that are associated with really cloudy skies, those ones affect Starlink's connectivity. So let's say you have a very heavy downpour that lasts for 4 hours. Expect your Starlink connection to be down for like maybe 20-30 minutes. So the only thing that stands against Starlink's smooth operations, they are like rains that come around with cloudy skies. Apart from that, Starlink is perfect. It is very reliable. As you can see, it is still unlimited. You don't have to think of your data being exhausted whenever you are doing heavy downloads and all that. So Starlink is still a very very good service, but they still have this payment glitch when it comes to Nigeria, and I hope they will fix that very soon. Thank you for listening.